More Toronto women coming forward after botched butt jobs. The women getting a substance injected into their buttocks hoping for a shapely figure, but instead they're getting complications and their health is being put in jeopardy. Most of these procedures are being done illegally. Joining us in the newsroom to tell us more about the dangers of these injections is plastic and reconstructive surgeon Dr. Peter Bray from Elements Toronto Med Clinic. Doctor, thank you so much for your time and for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
First off, is there such a thing as a butt enhancement, and if so, how is it done properly?
Yeah, there absolutely is. The most popular in recent years has been the so-called Brazilian buttock lift, and this is done by transferring a person's own fat from an area where there's a bit extra into the buttock region, and it works really well. The other option is medical grade buttock implants, and these are very safe when done correctly, and these are the type of procedures that would be done by certified plastic surgeons.
And is this something that's popular among women? Are there a lot of women that want to get these types of procedures done? It's
more and more popular in the last few years. I think with the increasing visibility of celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Beyonce, also a realization that a shapely figure can really be attractive. These have become very much more popular.
Well, in some instances, people are getting injections done in hotel rooms. What can go wrong in these instances?
There's a whole host of very serious possible complications. I usually see the consequences of this when people show up in the emergency room at the hospital. And it can be anything from severe and sometimes life-threatening infections to toxic complications from what are really totally inappropriate substances being injected.
So let's get into that. What is injected into a person's posterior in these cases?
Well, it can be a list of the most unbelievable things, really. It could be acrylic, medical or industrial grade silicone, paraffin or petroleum-based products, and then probably 30 to 50% of the time the patient doesn't even know what was injected. They were just told that it was safe and it was all going to work out fine.
Yeah, you know, not too long ago, our reporter Tammy Sutherland did a story on this, and one woman even talked about having cement being put into her body. Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable, really.
You've done surgery on people after getting one of these botched injections. Now, how serious are the complications that you've seen?
Well, it can be life-threatening in some situations. This would usually be someone who's arrived at the emergency department in the throes of a very severe infection, where there may be infection actually in the bloodstream, and it can put someone's life in danger. I've seen one instance where it progressed to so-called flesh-eating disease, and that can be rapidly dangerous or fatal if not treated urgently.
Okay, talking about the price of beauty, right? Now, what type of procedures is the most common in your practice?
It would be the so-called Brazilian buttock lift. That's been the most popular in recent years, and this can be a very effective and legitimate way to obtain a nice change in shape. And the important thing is having a detailed and a proper discussion with a board-certified plastic surgeon to figure out what can be achieved and how it's done safely.
And so what advice do you give to women then? You know, if it's being done out of a hotel room, that should be a red flag. If it's a lot cheaper than the prices that are out there, is that another red flag? I mean, I know people are probably, you know, doing these other alternative methods in hotel rooms because they want something a little bit cheaper. What do you want to tell women?
Don't do that. There really is something to be said that you get what you pay for, and if you were on the corner of Yonge and Dundas buying a Rolex for $75, you'd ask a few questions as to whether it was legitimate. And I think that same type of mentality has to apply here, that doing things properly, safely, in a medical and surgically safe environment, it's expensive. And it's expensive for a reason. So yeah, bargain basement prices, if they look too good to be true, there's likely to be a reason for that.
Right. In your opinion, when is plastic surgery okay, and do you ever turn anyone away?
Well, I think plastic surgery is okay for a lot of people who have realistic expectations, who are healthy, and are looking to have reasonable changes made. Where it can be a problem and where I do turn people away is when the expectations are unrealistic, or if they have major health issues or problems that would make it unsafe. And that's why getting attention of a plastic surgeon who's got a good medical background to begin with really is the important way to go.
Okay, so women really need to ask around, do their research, make sure that whoever they're working with is someone legitimate and doing the procedure safely.
Yeah, and ask the question, if it's a place you would be uncomfortable getting a haircut, you probably shouldn't be getting surgery done there either.
Dr. Bray, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Great to be here. Thank you.